Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about LA, specifically, California generally, and the response or lack of a response to a situation that's occurring there, and a person named Caitlin Doughty, a popular personality on YouTube. So popular, in fact, that literally 20 of you sent me a link to her last video, which was a request for assistance. They need help. If you're not familiar with her, she owns a funeral home there. And apparently, the network in LA is overloaded. Due to the current public health issue, they're having problems. I'll have the link to her video down below. She will be able to explain the situation far better than I can trying to summarize it. However, there is something that I can contribute to this, and it's some information. In that video, she lays out a plan on how to deal with this. It's a good plan. It's actually the plan, the real plan. The plan that has been on the books for a very, very long time. There's a thing called the DSCA, Defense Support of Civil Authorities. Now, years and years ago, in Directive 3025.1.4.5.4.4, it's really the number, recovery, identification, registration, and disposal was specifically listed as something that the Department of Defense could assist civil authorities with in situations like this. Now, eventually, they put out a new directive that superseded it, 3025.18. It's not specifically listed anymore, but it is still well within the purview of doing this. In fact, last month, they put out a bulletin and listed responding to the current public health issue as an example of defense support for civil authorities. So, the plan that they have is almost identical to what she laid out. Now, they wouldn't set up shop in an abandoned WeWork, but other than that, that's what they would do. I think the only option is cremation, though. But again, it's been a very long time since I talked to anybody about this. So, it's like a whole lot of things dealing with the current public health issue. We have plans on the books. Like she says in her video, this should have been the plan from day one. It was. It was the plan since way before day one. Why didn't it happen? Politics. There are two ways this process can start. One is a request for assistance. Now that's going to come from California. The other is the Secretary of Defense or the President can simply say, hey, this needs to happen. And then DOD runs through a checklist. Does it violate the law? Is there a likely use of force? Stuff like this. The only thing on the checklist that might even remotely cause a little bit of a bump in the road is the budgetary concerns. And I don't think it's going to be a big bump. This can happen, and it can happen quickly. So why hasn't it happened? Because anybody that has the authority to get the ball rolling on this had the responsibility to mitigate it. So it looks bad. It looks like they failed. If you're having to call in the Department of Defense to assist in disposal, your mitigation efforts didn't go so well. Biden is new. He doesn't bear any responsibility for what occurred before him. He can make this happen very quickly. He can get them the assistance they need. And DOD can handle it quickly. So, if you are going to take her up on her challenge to make the calls and get the pressure built to get them the help they need and they deserve. This is something you may want to mention, because the plans exist, the program exists, the authority exists. It's not like they don't have the personnel for this. They do. They can solve the problem pretty quickly. This is a very sobering reminder. This isn't over. So definitely wash your hands, don't touch your face, stay at home. If you have to go out, wear a mask and all of that stuff. At the same time, watch her video and take whatever action you deem appropriate. Call if you want to call. Get involved, because there are people who are dealing with with some of the worst aspects of this that need help. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.